composter out of a 20-gallon barrel. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut a door out of it. And we're going to cut the door right here. Just take the marker. Then I'm going to walk over, get a square. Well, this one's even better, 90 degrees here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to just drill some holes in it, some small holes all around the outside. And another thing we're going to do, before we actually cut the door, we're going to get out some hinges, and then we're going to place the hinges, and then we're going to pre-drill the holes in the hinges before we actually cut the door out. That way it's a lot easier to line up once the door comes off. And then after that is done, old shower rod, actually a curtain rod. This is like made out of wood. I actually have a couple pieces. It's really long, so this will be perfect. So I'm gonna do it right there. And then on the other side, do the same thing in the center. And just gonna run this thing all the way through. And the way we're gonna drill that hole, we're going to use a hole saw, and has all kinds of different dimensions here. They're actually really cheap at Harbor Freight. I think I paid like 10 bucks for this kit, but it'll be perfect for this. I'm gonna size these up based on the size of this. This looks like a good size, but that's the idea. I want to get that going all the way through, and then we'll have something that this thing can actually spin on, and then we're gonna build the base for it. So that's the intro. That's what we're gonna do, and then the next part we'll go through it and you'll see it being done. We started to cut here all the way around with the saw. I use this Rockwell saw, the VersaCut. I left a little bit here before it actually take this off completely, because you're gonna want to mark the holes for the hinges before you're gonna want to put holes in here first, is what I'm getting at, because if you take this door off, it's gonna be a lot harder to mount this thing unless you already had the holes pre-drilled. You just take a marker and just mark it like that too. I'm going to be using these machine screws. I just had these already. They come with the nuts already, so it's a nice little package here where you have the screw and then the nuts in here. You're going to want something like this. It's preferably galvanized like this, or plated so it zinc so it doesn't rust. That one's out. Okay, so found this in our backyard. I don't even know why we have it. It was there. Must have been using it for some type of project, but this is going to be perfect because it's nice and smooth. We were going to use the shower rod, but as we started to do this, we noticed that it had a lot of ridges in it because it's kind of decorative. That's going to cause a problem when this is spinning on it, because that's all it's going to do is just spin on this as a pivot. Basically, it's just going to go through the center of it like that, and in through the center, and then this barrel will sit on top of it, and then we'll put some kind of a handle here to where we can tumble this. So next is we're going to put the hole in here. So as you can see, we put the holes in like we said, and it fits really nice. It's actually got some give in it, but it actually spins on us real well. We're actually going to have to put some kind of stoppers on each side here so the barrel doesn't slide off. Next, we're going to put the hinges on the door. Okay, so we found the latch. This is just an old latch we had. Obviously, if you don't have one, you gotta buy one. Probably wouldn't use one this big, but it's kind of overkill, but that's what I have, and so it's not gonna cost me anything. Do the same thing we did with the hinges. Okay, so we got the latch on here, very simple. And I just have this little clip that I have to lock it on here, like that. So pretty easy. And we're going to drill some holes in this all throughout to give it some aeration. And also what we're going to do is, we decided we weren't going to use this as the pivot point for the barrel because it has all these ridges on it. But I have another use for it, and that's, we're going to put holes in here, and we're going to put a couple of these through here so when we actually do tumble this, that the compost will stick to itself and it will just clump together if you don't put something in there to space it out. I'm just going to put this all the way through here, and maybe if I have another one, put it through here, so that way when we tumble this, it actually spaces out the compost so it doesn't clump together. Now I'm gonna make the base.
Here's our finished product. We have a nice base right here. We're just gonna probably drill in like a little handle here just to pull it. But other than that, we got make sure you drill holes in on the side. And right here, we did this just for like drainage if there's any water. And yeah, and spins perfect as you can see. And take the door off, and yeah, there is your compost turner. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this was helpful, and bye.